All right, guys, we're going to get this going in just a moment here. Thank you so much for being here. This is welcome to your first FurCon, or first FurCon. Just before we get started, I need to see this. How many of you are actually at your first FurryCon? Oh my God. Oh my God, this is so cool.
I love seeing that. You know why?
This is so cool.
I've got a bunch of old material that you have never heard of.
Yeah, no, genuinely, it's really fun they put the comedians to run this panel because we see that like, oh, this is an easy week. None of the new stuff is showing up, all the classics all day, baby.
I am not joking. At opening yesterday, when they asked that, how many of you this is your first Anthrocon, all your hands went up, and how many of you this is your first FurCon, and all your hands went up. We looked at each other, walked off to the side backstage, and went, okay, so all the new stuff we were trying out, it's off the table.
Oh, no, not doing it.
Like, we're gonna do the stuff that we can do sleeping.
We basically are at this point. Because as you heard yesterday at opening ceremonies, there's a rule. There's a rule that we follow. We're going to cover it again here for anyone who missed it.
Now, did you enjoy that when Kage yesterday gave you the 6-2-1 rule at opening? Okay, now you got to hear the original version from that joke-stealing, lab-coated old man. No lie, he did a punchline, and this guy looks at me and goes, we say that, we want you to know it is your first FurCon, so we all hate Uncle Kage.
No! We love Kage!
Like the 5 people over there who have never been here before, we're friends, we like Uncle Kage, we just like to make fun of him because he's elderly.
Because he's elderly?
We're horrible people.
We're elderly.
No, I'm middle-aged.
Oh. 6-2-1 rule has existed for quite some time in multiple fandoms. It was started in the anime circuit by a Dr. Possible.
I gotta stop you for 1 second.
Please.
They have no clue who we are.
Oh, we didn't do intros.
No. We just started talking.
And there's the downside to a room of a bunch of new people. We make assumptions.
I didn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to First FurCon. I would like to introduce my co-panelists, the amazing, the talented, the comedian, the Boozy Badger.
Hello.
My name is Alkaline. Between the two of us, we have about 20 years of con running experience up here, and I've been going to conventions for close to 2 decades now. And you joined us how many years ago?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, time kind of flows together when you join
This was
furry
my
fandom,
first
huh?
con experience when I joined the fandom. It was the first one like this when I joined the fandom.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of jumped in head first, huh?
I was used to doing stuff like drinking with Giancarlo Esposito and Voice of Duke Nukem and things like that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I met you all, and now I drink with a guy named Fluffy Bun.
We make better drinks. We've been doing this for quite some time, and we wanted to share some of our knowledge with you because it happens. Right now, you are, especially if this is your first time, you are in a very new environment with a lot of new, wonderful people. There's 100 things to do, and it seems like you can't see it all. And why is that? Because you can't. This con is, oh no, you cannot try, that's how you die.
Going down in a blaze of glory.
All right. The 6-2-1 rule was created by Dr. Passavoy. It used to be known as Passavoy's Law, and it's been around forever. This is a doctor that came into a fandom and did the same thing that I did at my first FurCon. Got violently ill. He came back and said, you know, I think there's a way to do this. 6-2-1, as you heard it yesterday. 6 full hours of sleep a night. Monster Energy is not hours of sleep. Mountain Dew is barely a beverage, and 5-hour energy is basically liquid cocaine. Stop it. They are nice little mood boosters, I totally understand, but please remember, if you are chugging down energy drinks, we had a convention not too long ago that had an AV team who had one requisite. That was they wanted 12 cases of Rip It. Now, Baron, go. Yeah, okay, you're gonna have the same thing I did.
Rip It is basically Monster Energy on crack.
Yeah. Also, I didn't know what it was, and I totally thought my AV team was asking me for whippets.
There's children in the room. There's children.
That means they didn't get that joke. You better not have got that joke, kids. Sorry about that. And then by the end of the weekend, we did not have an AV crew because they had a competition to see who could kill themselves the fastest with caffeine. Guys, 6 hours of sleep is incredibly important. My first convention, I did exactly what all of you think you're going to do. I stayed up the night, I owned the evening. Friday, I woke up on my second day of the convention and I kept going, hit the ground running. Saturday, I started to feel ill. Sunday, I left the con. I went back to work. The following Monday, I was off for a week because we are at Anthrocon. This is one of the largest furry conventions in the world, and that is so cool. You are going to meet so many amazing people here, and we're going to get into in a little while how you can actually meet, talk, where to go, and where to meet new friends. But you are also going to be meeting people from all over the world this weekend. At last check, and you have better information on this than me, at last check I saw that we had 23 countries represented here.
23 countries.
We have 23 different countries represented here.
That is as of 10 p.m. yesterday. That's not counting anybody who's registering or picking up today.
It is awesome to see those other cultures enter into our fandom. But these are also people that are from a different country, bringing in different pathogens. Your body has not encountered some of the things they're going to encounter this weekend, and that is why the 6-2-1 rule is so important. That 6 hours of sleep is your body's time to fight those pathogens off. It's your body's time to recuperate. Same with the two full meals a day. A full meal involves some kind of a protein, shut up, and vegetables. That green shit that you used to move around your plate, thank you. It is early and I am angry. We just found out about a panel that we should have known about.
The sad part is we do stand-up together and I'm the bluer of the two of us.
I'm the less awake of the two of us.
I'm also one with kids.
Fair enough. Guys, please keep yourself fed this weekend. That is your body's energy. Your body needs that to fight the pathogens. Your body needs that to wake up in the morning so that you can come over here and pretend to be an animal.
I know what some of you are saying right now. How can I eat 2 meals? Well, I understand that. I was broke in 22 once. Now I'm 41. Working on the other part. You are in probably the best city for a convention of this size. We have a long-running partnership with the city of Pittsburgh. You're going to see many places around here that are going to give you discounts because you have one of these wonderful things around your neck. Not the yellow one, the yellow one's special. You want one, please go over to ConOps, ask about it. Anyways, they will give you discounts. There's places all around here. Pizza Parm on the corner, long-running friend of the convention. They always have deals. The lobby of the Westin this year is doing the Bark and Cow Cafe for hot dogs, chips, sodas. You can eat, and it's all rather inexpensive. You can eat rather inexpensively here. If you still can't do that, there are grocery stores in this area. Please take $10, buy a loaf of bread and a jar of peanut butter. You need to eat.
You really do. There you go, perfect, see? Smart. That means you're smart. Guys, that's what we did for most of our first conventions. Our classic is peanut butter, bread, and Hawaiian rolls to soak up the booze.
And after you've been here for years and you become a success in the furry fandom, you can afford ham. Please, please, please keep yourself fed. It's so easy, and that's why the 6 and the 2 are so important. It's so easy to skip them. It's so easy to skip them, as this one knows. I skipped my 2 yesterday. I paid for it last night. And this morning. And right now. Don't do that. And then there's the 1. The 6 and the 2 are for you. To keep you safe, to keep you healthy, and to get you home. The 1 is for everyone else. What is the 1? Shower. 1 shower a day. It's not that hard. It's water. We like it. We swim. We've got to stop because we do this at every con. Every con, we do this. And some of you aren't getting it. So I feel like we need to simplify that.
There's a model at my convention that I always go to. They say, give the people hope, use soap.
Yeah, this is just in case you're not familiar with it, and many of you are not. A shower goes like this in your hotel room. There is a separate, smaller room. It's the one without the hangers. And in that room, there is a box. You need to step into the box. Turn on the handle. Water will come out above your head. Now, water is that stuff that falls from the sky. So when you get the indoor sky water going and warm, step under it. While under it, take soap. It is a small white bar on the side. I know you don't own any. It's okay. The hotel gives it to you. Rub it on you. Remain under the inside sky water until it is gone. Get out. I did this once and somebody said, well, you didn't say take off your clothes, and that is not me missing it. I just don't care anymore. Please, use the magic water box.
Axe body spray is not a shower. Drinking cologne and burping a lot is not a shower. And my all-time favorite, sprinkling Scope mouthwash into your hair will mask nothing. Stop it! The human olfactory gland, your nose, is one of the strangest in the animal kingdom. We have a horrible sense of smell, but one thing humans can do better than anyone else, our minds are incredible. What it does to your body is amazing to me. Have you ever walked into a bakery, fresh bread being baked? By the time you leave, do you smell that anymore? That smell is gone for you. Why is that? Your mind actually takes smells that are in your vicinity for too long and shuts them down. You don't smell that anymore. You don't smell the fresh baked bread. You don't smell a smell that you are around constantly. And what smell are you around constantly? Oh, yeah. You! You don't smell you!
If you do smell you,
oh God.
If you do smell you, the magic skybox.
Please stop breaking elevators with scent lines. That's a new one to us. Guys, these rules really do help, and it will make your con better. I already told you the first con I went, I was sick for a week after, and that is because I didn't take care of myself. And we understand why. This is an amazing environment that some of you have never gotten a chance to experience. You will experience more of it, and you will get more out of it if you follow just that rule. If you take nothing else from this panel, please remember that that rule is there to help you guys. And now, the zero, I turn it over to our lawyer. Go.
I forgot what the zero is.
Did you not look up?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Welcome to Pennsylvania. I am an attorney. That is terrifying. I am not your attorney, but I am an attorney in this state. There are many things you can do in this wonderful cradle of liberty that we call Pennsylvania, including some things that are leafy and green and make you think of your skunk fursuit friends. For that specific material, it is legal in this Commonwealth if you have a medical card issued by this Commonwealth. It is not legal for use in public. It is not legal for use in the leaf form. It cannot be sold, purchased, or possessed in the leaf form for use in this Commonwealth. Kindly recall that while you are here. Second, and importantly, if you provide it to somebody else, that is not legal in this Commonwealth. If you provide it to somebody else who is not of age, that is not only not legal in this Commonwealth, that carries up to $1,000 fine and a year imprisonment.
Now, the city of Pittsburgh has decriminalized this substance. It does not mean it is legal. It means that ostensibly you will not be prosecuted for past a citation within the city of Pittsburgh. Here is the other half of that. The Office of the Attorney General of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Pennsylvania State Police have said decriminalization does not have to be relied upon, and the Pittsburgh Police have the full authority to cite you, not under a municipal code, but under Pennsylvania state law. Please keep that in mind. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this because I don't want you to go to jail in Pittsburgh. There's a lot of better cities in this state to go to jail in.
Fair enough. Guys, be safe out there. Remember, there is no smoking of any kind, cigarettes, vapes, anything inside the hotels. The board of directors here, you may have seen a few of them, you see them running around. The board of directors really has one real job, and that job is make sure the con happens next year. We need all of your help with that. One of the hardest things to do running a convention is making the hotels like you. Making the hotels like you is usually step one of any convention. Now here's a fun one for you. We run, I think at this point we are probably helping between the two of us between 7 and 10 conventions. What do you guys think a hotel's nightmare convention is? We're gonna take a few answers. What do you think is the one they worry about? All the way over there, what do you think it is? It's okay. I blank out all the time. I do drugs over there.
Children! There are children!
I meant cannabis. It's decriminalized. Shut up. All the way over there with the fursuit hands. What do you got? What's up? Okay, so heavy metal, yeah, they are a little worried about the damage that those groups cause, but not even close. Not even close. What do you got? Straight up break stuff? No, they've got that. They've got backups for everything. Don't break stuff, but they've got backups. One last one, right in front, right here.
I would say trash or dirty rooms in general.
Well, yeah, no, that's always going to be a problem everywhere. But no, there's a specific group that almost every hotel you will go to will tell you is the worst group. Bridge. Old lady bridge clubs. Why? Because here's my favorite story. They went to get dinner. We were out of rolls. Their 7 retired lawyers came to us and said they would not be paying the $15,000 fee for that weekend. That is what hotels don't like. We are here respecting each other, respecting the property, and respecting the hotel. Hotels love furries. Hotels love furries. Hotels love anime. It's individuals that hotels have problems with. Guys, please remember, we need to come back here next year. Don't burn down our hotel.
Quick question, how many of you are staying in a hotel that is partnered with the convention? How many of you have a fursuit or other cosplay material? In your room, there is a sprinkler head. You will see by that sprinkler head a sign. That sign will have a hanger with a circle and a line through it. Furries are the reason for that. Somebody hung a fursuit on a sprinkler head to dry at another convention, not this one, not even on this side of the country. Those are not load-bearing structures. The sprinkler head snapped. The water in the pipes, in case you don't know this, your fire sprinklers in your room, yeah, those aren't like connected to a water main that turns on and off. That's what you call a charged pipe. It is always under pressure. There is always water in it so that it can be deployed at a moment's notice. So when that sprinkler head snapped, all the charged pressure water came out for the entire floor into one room.
Well, it started in one room, and then the room below it, and then the room below that, and then the room below that.
Here's another fun fact that nobody tells you. That water that's charged pressure water doesn't circulate. It's probably been sitting in those pipes for a year or so. Still water sitting in a pipe for a year or so. Does not smell good. That is not the magic box water.
And also, if you've never seen it, they call those sprinklers. How cute. That is a misnomer. If you have ever seen what those can do, the bed in his room was pressed up against the wall because of the pressure that comes out of those things. Guys, don't mess with the sprinklers.
When you hear the words, don't vape in your room, there is always somebody every year who thinks, it's okay, I'll get away with it. Let me tell you what happens.
Oh,
The smoke detectors in most of your rooms are what we call heat and particle detectors. Either heat or particulate will set them off. When they go off, the entire hotel has a fire alarm. We have to evacuate the entire hotel. And that means the elevators stop working. And that means that, say in the Westin, which has 26 floors, of which I am on the top floor of, if you shut down the elevators, I'm coming for you. But more importantly, Kage is coming for you. Kindly, please, when our hotel partners do ask you to do things like not smoke, not vape in the room, don't hang things on there, listen to them. Not only does it damage our relationship with the hotels, when that occurs, you will incur fines, they will charge you. The con does not pay for damage you do to your room, whether intentional or not. The hotel charges you for that.
Please be careful out there, guys. Have a good time, but don't break the hotel. Furcons in particular. Now, Furcons are a little different. I've been doing different styles of conventions for years. I'm an MC for Youmacon, a very large anime convention. I have done corporate conventions, which you cannot imagine how boring that is. And then there's this. And then there is this. And this Furcon, all Furcons, run a little bit differently. So some of the things we want to go through today is for people who have been to conventions but never a Furcon. Some of the weird things that we do, and of course, for anyone who's never been here at all. So the first thing we want to start off with is a cornerstone of the furry fandom, and that is fursuits. Now, I believe I saw right up here, my friend, may I borrow you for a moment? Would you kindly put on the fursuit hat and come on up? What's your name? Harper. Harper? Guys, can we get a round of applause for Harper? All right, this is a fursuit. It's a fursuit head. We call these a partial. They don't have the bodysuit part of it. Now, a few things we need to go over. Number one, I've called it a fursuit. I did not call it a costume. A fursuit is not a costume. People who wear fursuits, some of them use that as an opportunity to express themselves. Being behind that mask gives them the courage and the opportunity to go out and maybe take a little bit of their social awkwardness and turn it into their persona. It lets people be themselves. This is not a costume. This is a living, walking, breathing piece of artwork. Now, I was just told that this one was not only made by hand, it was made by the person wearing it. We're going to talk about how much these things cost in a second, but I want you to imagine if you made that and it got damaged, how would you feel? Oh, thank you. Fursuits are very important to us, as are the people inside of them. So we just want to give you guys a little rundown on how this works. You're going to be seeing so many of these guys out here this weekend. It is a wonderful part of the fur community, and I love seeing them walk around. But walking around is part of the problem. When you take a step forward, I'm going to hold out my hands. When you can see my hand to your left or to your right, hold up the corresponding hand to say that you can see it. Look straight ahead. Thank you. Raise your hand when you can see my hands. All right, so you just saw left to right. Here's the scary one. Ready? Up. You can see my hands. Lower, there you go. They're in a tank! They're in a tank with a window this big! They can't see anything! So number one, furries walking. Do not cut in front of them. That's how you cause traffic accidents. Number
If you
two.
do cause a traffic accident, please come see me.
Number two, you saw how low the field of vision is. It's here. It's right under most furries' eyes because the snoot sticks out so far. What's down here? Chairs? Tables? Children!
It is adorable when you drop kick them, but
We've seen both sides of it. We saw a child get kicked and freak out. We saw a child go flying and say leave.
it was wonderful. The kid went through the goalposts, arms went up. I won $20.
It is perfectly acceptable to yell, "Watch out!" To put a hand out and grab their shoulder really quick and point at the child in front of them. Guys, we are all here to help each other. We are furries. We are always kind and wonderful to each other. And as funny as it is to kick a child, please stop furries.
You know, I really should stop saying that on camera because I have children. And this is how children and youth comes to my house to ask questions.
All right. Number two. A fursuit is not consent. This is a very important thing for us. Guys, yes, they do look like an adorable fuzzy animal. And all I want to do right now is pet them. So I'm going to, properly. May I? Yes. Arm. Oh, actually, that's all right, guys. What I just did there, I wanted to experience the fursuit. Fursuits are soft, they are fluffy, they are amazing. So the first thing I did was I asked. Guys, if you don't know the person, and even if you do, please don't just walk up and start rubbing over the fursuiters. I know they are soft, and you may think you know them. You don't know if your friend lent out their suit. Second thing I did is I encountered the arm. There was fur on the arm. It was adorable. It was soft. I do not need to touch anywhere else on the suit because, again, you don't know who's inside it. Never pet the belly. Don't pet the belly. You don't know who's in there. And three, when I encountered it, I used the balls of my fingers. I used my little finger beans. You know why? Because this fur doesn't grow back. If you do this, there's a bald spot and alopecia sucks. Guys, just please be respectful of the suit. And on the other side of it, we always like to bring this up. This is going to happen. You want to encounter a fursuit, you want to encounter a person, may I have a hug? And they wave you off. Wave off. Okay, that had nothing to do with me.
Let's not be too hasty.
Okay, I look like I'm dying at all times, maybe don't hug me. Guys, here's how it works. We have clocked the temperature inside of fursuits at this con years ago. Who would like to take a guess in a standard classic fursuit, no fans in it, no vents, what did we clock the temperature in the head? All the way back over there, what do you think? 103. 103, higher. 115. 115, higher.
175.
Dear God, you die. 129 degrees. Old fursuits without the vents, with all the padding, with everything underneath. We clocked the temperature in there at 129 degrees.
Let me give you this in simpler terms. Tomorrow there's going to be a wonderful fursuit parade. It's a great time for the city of Pittsburgh to meet Anthrocon. It's a huge event. If it's your first time, go watch it. It's amazing. It's grown to the point it's about 2.5 hours long. We, in the know, refer to it as the Death March. You laugh? We have medics and water stations on standby because people have passed out in the parade before. It's voluntary, we don't force you into it. But that is an example of how hot a fursuit can get.
Guys, if they wave you off for a hug, if they wave you off for a hello, they might just want to get to where they're going and get some water. Or maybe they don't want you to hug a sponge. Do not take insult ever at being waved off. You don't know what's going on inside the suit.
As a related rule, most of you had your hands up when I asked if you were staying in a convention hotel, so you have seen the wonderful fursuiters walking around your hotel. We have one general rule here. In most situations, if a fursuiter is going up to their room, kindly give them priority on the elevator. Most of the time they're going up to their room because they have to get out of suit. They have been in suit for several hours. They need to go upstairs, take off the suit, shower, and cool down. Please, we understand it's not always possible, but whenever possible, give a fursuiter priority on the elevators.
Thank you guys for that so much. And finally, this one's the scary one. We just told you how hot it gets in these suits. Now there's a room at this convention, I believe we have two.
We have two of these rooms here. You're going to see signs pointing you to where they are.
Headless Lounge. This is something that is in furry only. You don't see this at a bunch of other conventions. The Headless Lounge is a place for our fursuiters to de-suit, to dry off a little bit, and to get some water. This room is for fursuiters and handlers only. What is a handler? A single person that is helping out the fursuiter get to where they need to go. That room should be empty at most times other than fursuiters. It is not a place to stop into, gather, and chat, and there is absolutely no photography in that room. We wanted to bring this up because most of you probably have not encountered a Headless Lounge before. Please remember, that room is for fursuiters to de-suit. Some of these guys are going to be in character all weekend. Some of them don't even speak well in fursuit. That room is their safe haven to take off the head and to take a break away from everyone. If you are not in fursuit, if you are not helping somebody in fursuit, please guys, leave that room alone. And definitely, once again, no photography in that room whatsoever.
Now, at some point during this weekend, you will likely see a fursuiter doing something very cute. They'll be sitting in a chair.
Here we go.
They'll be laying on the ground, and they won't be moving.
Do me a favor, sit on the side of the stage.
Now
Stay
they
really
look
still, really still.
so adorable.
All right, so cute. I don't, look at him just sitting there, not moving.
They could be doing a bit. They could be taking a nap.
Oh,
They
my God.
could be dead.
Dead,
They
yeah,
could be
yeah,
dead in the
you don't
fursuit. Like I just said, these get very hot. They are cumbersome. A lot of suitors who wear them will wear them the entire time they're out. If you have been walking over from a hotel while you are here, if a fursuiter has walked over from a hotel, they've walked over in 80-degree heat. Maybe they're going to fursuit in the convention center for 2 to 3 hours before they take a shuttle back to their hotel. It is not difficult for people to get overheated even indoors. When you see a fursuiter sitting on a line and they are completely still, they are not moving, it is entirely acceptable to go up to them and say, "Are you okay?" And when they nod, it is completely acceptable to say, "Okay, I need you to say, I am okay." Why? Because when you overheat, one of the first things that goes after your coordination is your ability to coherently speak. Somebody that you say, "Are you okay?" may nod simply because you're talking. But when you say, "I need you to say something," they may say, "Bunnies." At that point, you should probably contact somebody. Who can you contact? Well, what we say is stand there, point at 2 people. The first person you are saying, "Please go to ConOps and get somebody." The second person you are saying, "Please call an ambulance." You are not saying, "Somebody get safety, somebody call an ambulance." Studies have shown if you say that, people are more likely to assume somebody else is doing it. So you give people those roles. Please go get somebody from safety or security. Can you please call 911? We want to keep everybody safe. That includes our fursuiting friends while they are here at the convention.
Again, guys, thank you so much for that. And there is that weird situation where you are alone. You are alone and you come across something like this, you don't have other people to go get. Please know where you're at, find somebody immediately, and come back and sit with them. Once our safety team is present, thank you so much, but my apologies. The safety team is trained for this. There's a lot of things going on inside this fursuit, and legally there are a lot of things happening at that point. One of them being the safety team has the ability to check on the person and see if the ambulance call is truly needed. The safety team is trained on what to do in these situations, and the safety team is going to know what to do because we are trying to stop a very specific situation from happening. My friend over here was in their brand new suit coming home from court. They got into an automobile accident. Once they got into the ambulance, the same thing that has happened to every fursuiter that has ever been in the ambulance happened to them. What happened?
Oh,
Lucy?
yeah.
What happened?
Brand new suit, wonderful suit, tailored suit. They had to cut it off me. So now I have like $1,500 worth of very nice rags under my sink.
Now it's a 7-piece suit.
Yeah.
Well done. Guys, we talked about the fact that this is a handmade fursuit by the person wearing it, and to me that's incredible. On the other side of it, what's the most expensive fursuit in the fandom right now? Who knows? How much have they paid? What's the most expensive one? $47,000? That's an old number. That's an old number. What do you got?
I'd say like 120,000.
We're not that far yet. I can kind of not buy a house with a fursuit. Yeah. What do you got?
50,000?
You're very close. Right now, the biggest suit in the fandom was made by the same team that made the Aliens from the Alien franchise. It is a bipedal suit. It has all the bells and whistles. The easy cooling vest. Not bipedal, a quadruped suit. This suit cost $53,000. Don't destroy a suit.
You know what happens if you destroy a suit?
What happens, Boozy?
Well, that is property, and you can be sued. And I'm going to tell you, the people who spent $53,000 on a suit, they're going to want to come after you if you destroy that suit. And we will help them. You laugh, but I'm dead serious. If somebody comes in and reports that you have damaged a fursuit and walked off when you realized you damaged it, we will ask if they got a badge name, and if they did, we will pull the badge name and we will say, please have your attorney send us a letter requesting this information, and we will send it to them. Okay, this is somebody's property. There are labors of love for people who make them, for people who have purchased them. They are significant investments that are not only, as Alclad said, walking pieces of art, but for many of our friends and fellow furries, are parts of their personality. They are ways they can communicate. One of the best things I've ever heard in my life was a neurodivergent attendee who told us that they are too shy, they are too anxious to communicate with people normally, but in suit, they feel free to do that. We do take it very seriously.
Guys, thank you so much for putting up that section, and let's hear it for Harper!
So you're here. We've scared you. You've realized we're fine with you kicking children. Except for the children in this room. Leave them alone.
No, they're trying to learn how to do the con properly. We like them.
What else can you do? Well, if you look at the back of your badge, you're going to see a bunch of QR codes. One of these QR codes is the schedule. If you bring that up, that will take you to the online schedule for Anthrocon, and it will have every event listed. That is...
Almost every event.
No, now every event. That is the most up-to-date listing, and I get to say that because we did not know we had a comedy show at 6 o'clock tonight until, 40 minutes ago. It wasn't on the schedule until we mentioned, we were wondering about that, and the events director said, what do you mean? That's on the schedule. We said, no, it's not. And he looked at it and he said, that part didn't migrate, and now it's on the schedule. If you are at a loss for things to do at this convention, it is not because there are not things to do. There are plenty of panels, there are meetups, there are get-togethers, there are gaming contests. We have a gaming room over in the Westin that is going to have video games, that is going to have board games, that is going to have card games. It's a wonderful place to go and meet people. We're going to have dances. We're going to have a lot of wonderful musicians. We're going to have the best comedians in the furry fandom. I have no modesty anymore. There's plenty of things on there, and it's not just going to be performance things, there's going to be educational things. We have in this fandom everyone ranging from people who have just gotten their first job or are in college, all the way up to nationally recognized experts in academic and technical fields. We have at least one Boston University professor who does a series of panels on anthropomorphic art through history, going back to ancient Greece. I've caught his panel a couple times. It's amazing. We have lawyers. We do a number of talks on that. We have professionals of all stripes here. As a matter of fact, last night we actually had a ham radio meetup that ended with the ham radio certification exam. You're never going to be at a loss to find something to do. Look at the schedule. Find some things you want to go see them. Caveat, please read the panel descriptions. Please read the panel descriptions. And I say this for the parents as well in the room. Parents, raise your hands. How many of you have ever been to one of these before? Okay, when you look at the schedule, you're going to see certain things marked 18 plus. Now, that is most likely content and discussion topics. It's not, this isn't Cinemax after midnight, okay? But you want to make sure you're aware of what's on that schedule, just to make sure it is appropriate. We do badge, we do watch badges. If a panel is marked 18 plus, we will not let anyone under the age of 18 in. Our security will make sure of that. However, for the vast majority of the paneling at Anthrocon, and I mean the vast majority of it, if you want to do movie ratings, PG to PG-13. 90% of the things here, as you can tell from my friend here who doesn't know how to watch his mouth, if it's marked 18 plus, somebody will correct us very quickly.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go to the panels, there are plenty of spaces people gather. Go sit one, talk to somebody, meet somebody, have a common interest. And if you don't want to do that, people watch. I do it all the time. It's amazing. You people are fascinating. In any other room, that would get me arrested. But there's plenty of things to do here. You are going to get out of this convention what you put into this convention. Okay? And that's just how it is with every single one of them. Please enjoy yourself here. And if you really can't find anything else to do, find us. We'll give you a suggestion. Now, it's granted, the suggestions are going to be the things we're doing because we're paying. But
Guys, one of the things I really want to bring up, because this is something that really helped me when I started coming to these, the panels. We already said there's a bunch of different types of panels going on here. I believe tomorrow we have the improv panel, a chance for all of you to get up on stage, and you're going to be the improvisers. Half an hour after this, we have open mic, a chance for you guys to perform. But there's also those informational panels, the unsung heroes. And why is that? Because if you're going to an informational panel, that means you're probably into that information. Every person in that room is also into the same thing you are into. That is your springboard. I get asked constantly, one of the most common questions I get, I came alone, I'm enjoying this, but I don't know how to meet everyone. Panels are that avenue. If you go into a room and you know everyone in that room is into the thing that you're into, you have a jump point for conversation. You have people that share your interests, and don't forget, you're at a fur con. We're furries. They share your interests. We wear carpeting, run around, and make noises that do not exist in nature. We're all friends here.
if you find yourself at any point saying, I have nothing in common with these people, I've got news for you.
Please enjoy the convention and sample what it has to offer. Panels are such a huge part of it. Uzi said it before, I know so many people that come to these things. This is Anthrocon. Anthrocon, my guess, I think you guys are totally wrong, I'm betting that there's going to be 17.5 here this year, 17,500.
I'm going with 18.
You're going all the way to 18?
I think 18.
I'm going 17.5. It's for the drink. Guys, a lot of people, we have a 19 out there, you go home. We hit capacity at 16.
I changed it. If he's going home, 17,490.
This convention in particular, when you get to this size, there are people coming from all over the world again. I have friends from all over this country and a few others. I am running panels. I'm not going to get to go to a lot of panels. This convention, I'm going to spend a little bit of time with as many friends as I can. And that's going to be wonderful. When you guys meet people in this fandom, you're going to go to conventions, you're going to find your crew, and you're going to wander around and have the time of your life. If it's your first time here, hit those panels, hit those gatherings, and remember, I'm socially awkward too. It is very easy for me to be up here and talk to you, because this is a mere script. We have done this panel 10 times this year,
At least.
This is easy for me. Talking one-on-one was very hard, and it took me a while to realize that I'm not the only one. This is furry. We are an actual community of people who genuinely care about each other. Try starting that conversation. You're going to be so happy with the results.
That said, we always do that, and it's nice, and it's fun, and it's mostly true. It is a community of people. There are good people and there are bad people, okay? I don't mean that like that's black and white, I just mean generally. You're not always going to have the best experiences with any group of human being. If something happens this weekend and you need help, you will see around the convention people with yellow badges and yellow lanyards. These are staff members. At any point, if you need help, you need to talk to somebody, you need something worked out, somebody has been bothering you, let us know. Somebody with a yellow lanyard will point you to someone or ask you to go to ConOps or safety, and they will take you there. ConOps, which is Convention Operations, is in room 309. It's right down that hallway on this side of the convention center. Directly across the walkway from that is room 310. That is Convention Safety. That is our safety team. If it is an immediate need, you see something going on, somebody has been injured, something is happening out there, you will see at the back of the room, hey, safety, come up here. You will see at the back of the room right there, the gentleman with the yellow lanyard and the red vest. The red vest indicates this is a member of the Anthrocon safety team. You can always go to one of them with any issue that you have. Likewise, you'll see around the convention that there are some uniformed police officers. Those are Allegheny County Sheriff's deputies. We have been working with the Allegheny County Sheriff's Department since Anthrocon has been in Pittsburgh. We have a very close and good relationship with them. They are familiar with the community, they are familiar with the convention, they are familiar with our attendees. You can go, obviously, to any Allegheny County Sheriff's officer for anything. If it happens off the convention site, please let us know. Okay, if it happens in one of our hotels, if it happens on the streets surrounding the convention, please still let us know so we can communicate with the Allegheny County Sheriff's Department as we need to make sure that situation is handled. We want you to be safe, and we want you to have a wonderful time, and we are staffed up to do that. Please, please let us know if there is something we need to address. If you have an accessibility concern, where you got your badges, there is an accessibility counter. Those are our accessibility reps. They are all trained in the Americans with Disabilities Act, and we will do our best to provide reasonable accommodations to you for whatever disability you may need assistance with while you are here. Now, obviously, there are limits to that. We cannot do everything for everybody, but we do our best on that to provide a reasonable accommodation. We want to be a welcoming community to everybody.
And also notice, the team is called the safety team. This is not security. They are not here to stop your good time. That's not what we're here to do. We are here to do two things. One, keep you safe, And 2, make sure the con happens next year. If you're having a room party and safety, you want to quiet it down a bit? Here's what they are really saying. Hi, the hotel knows you're being loud asses. They
Language.
sent us the asses is fine.
No.
Oh. I was so going to go so much worse right there. Yeah, shut up!
Here's the fact. It's security, it's safety.
Let's see.
Sorry, it's every con calls it differently. Here at Anthrocon, we don't like the word security.
Yep.
We like the word safety because really it is to keep you safe. If safety is knocking on your door and asking you to quiet down, here is the course of events that has happened. The hotel has contacted us. The hotel has told us they are about to send hotel security up to you, and we have asked the hotel to please allow us to send our safety team to speak to you first.
And notice, they're not going to shut down your party unless you're really loud. They're going to ask you to quiet it down. Just be respectful, guys. That's all we're asking. It helps us and lets you guys keep partying. All right, before we get to questions, we want to do just a few things that you need to know because this is specifically Anthrocon. Lost and Found is in operations. We just told you where that is, down this hallway and towards the Sky Bridge. If you find something, please turn it in there. They keep a log. If you have lost something, go check there first. If you get to the end of the event and you are looking for a major item being driver's licenses, credit cards, things of that nature, check with your hotel's front desk. If we found that on hotel property and are leaving on Sunday, that's where we turn them in.
If after the convention you get home, you realize you have lost something on hotel property or it has not been found, you can send an email to Anthrocon. If you go to the website, there is an email there. We do hold on to the lost and found items for a period of time after the convention. I've been to Uncle Kage's condo. He has a 2-bedroom condo. We have stayed there. We have never slept in the second bedroom. It is filled with lost and found items from prior Anthrocons in case somebody reaches out to contact us about that. If you contact us after it, he will go through it. He will see if he has it. We will get it back to you. I have a personal story with that. One of my children, who is now a teenager, oh God, you asked me how long have I been here?
Yeah.
Oh God, Minty's 16. Oh dear God.
Yeah, dude, you got old.
What used to be my youngest daughter, it still is, but you know, it's not like I had another one. I'm 41 years old.
Time travel is crazy, man.
But came out here, had a stuffed animal that they adored. It was their favorite stuffy. They had come to a show I was doing at Anthrocon. They accidentally left their stuffy in the room. We could not find it. After the convention, I sent an email to con staff, and 3 days later, the stuffy arrived via FedEx at our house because Kage had gone through everything from the lost and found, located it, and got it back to us. That's not because I am boozy. That is just what we do here.
So guys, please bear that in mind. Anything you find, badges, artwork, if you find it, please turn it into operations. Number 2, this is a question that we get quite a bit, and hopefully one that, since this is your first FurCon, you shouldn't be thinking about yet, but we hope to hear it some year. How can I volunteer, and how do I get a staff badge? First, brain injuries. That's usually the best way to be on staff.
Make the mistake of being competent around one of us.
Volunteering is something that keeps this convention afloat. From Uncle Kage down to every volunteer, there is not a single person being paid in this organization. This is a volunteer organization. At cons, there is hundreds of things going on at the same time, and we need volunteers. If that is something that interests you, if you would like to be a part of the convention in that way, head on over to operations. They will set you with the right people, get you with the right group, and start your volunteering. Now, why volunteer, other than the fact that it is fun in its own regard? If you volunteer enough, and I do apologize, I don't have the exact hours needed, the more you volunteer, the more little pieces of swag you get, finishing off with, if you volunteer enough, you will have your badge next year count. That is next year's badge, not this year's. And also, if you're one of those people that got your badge count, we're looking at you and you will eventually get one of these if you don't anger us. So, if you hate yourself, volunteer for a long time to become staff. If you want to experience a wonderful part of the community, go volunteer. It's very rewarding, and for the most part, we try to put you in positions that you would still enjoy.
A lot of you raised your hand when we asked if this was your first FurCon. How many of you have been to another convention of some sort? Anime cons? The vast majority of fan conventions that you go to in the United States are for-profit enterprises. They are LLCs, they are incorporated entities. Some of them, San Diego Comic-Con, still a nonprofit. Anthrocon and most furry conventions are fully nonprofit entities. Nobody's getting paid.
So guys, if you have a moment, try it out. First time I volunteered, I got sat at a door to check badges. I put a skull on a stick, and I yelled at people for 2 hours. I got put in charge of AV the next year. So, you know, we like creativity. And finally, before we get to questions, there's just one last thing, because again, I am still blown away by how many hands I saw out there. It's your first FurCon. I'm so glad you're here. It took a lot for me to go to my first FurCon. It was daunting, and you guys chose Anthrocon as your first FurCon.
You jumped in the deep end.
With a shark. A cockroach-style shark. Guys, furry is a little different. Anime, fan conventions, all of that, there's a product there. Anime needs a show to exist. The brony community needed My Little Pony.
My Little Brony.
My Little Brony. I almost called it My Little Brony.
My Little Brony.
My Little Brony. They need that content for them to exist. And if you haven't noticed, that fandom has fallen off. Why? Because their content stopped being created. We're furries. Furries aren't fans of a corporate entity.
Maybe
Furries-
Disney.
Okay, maybe
Maybe
Disney.
Disney.
Guys, we're fans of each other. Every one of you is an artist in your own right. Do you have a fursona? That's art. You created that. Even if you got one of us to draw it for you, that is a concept from your mind. That is a concept that will be put online, hopefully, if you choose to do that. It is a concept that will be enjoyed by the community as a whole. We are fans of each other. We don't need a corporation. We don't need somebody to create our content. We create our content. That's why this is one of the best communities out there. I'm so glad you chose this weekend to come out and experience this wonderful and amazing experience. I'm so glad that you are here to share in it with us. And as always, if there's anything we can do to make your con better, just ask. Because we're furries. And we care about each other. So thanks for being here. And guys, above all, enjoy the con.
Now, folks, normally at this time I'd be saying, oh, we're out of time, but we're the next panel in this room. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the open mic's in here in like 30
Oh,
minutes.
you have the third, okay.
Yeah. So, does anybody have any questions? Yes?
As a dealer or as an attendee? As an attendee, you got a lot to see. You got a lot to see.
I mean, we don't have merch right now because I'm horrible at planning.